What's going on? I'm Sam, and today I'm going to be doing some things around the shop, getting some machines ready, as well as fixing Morgan's Jeep starter because she's going to have to drive her car to work in a couple days. And I don't really want to give her a ride anymore, so I want to make sure her car is working so she can drive herself. I don't got time for that. So I got the control box mounted on the wall, which I forgot how awkward and heavy that thing is, and I plugged the computer in, got the thing where it's about ready to work. I still need to connect the stepper motors to the stepper drivers. They were disconnected when we moved them. They started unplugging the whole control box instead of leaving everything plugged in and put on the machine and moved like we did. Luckily, all they had disconnected were the stepper drivers though, so that's only 12 wires. It could have been a lot worse if they unplugged everything. So I'll wait until I get the password to log on because I don't actually know the password anymore. I contacted the guy that used to run this machine. It's his account. So hopefully he'll be able to get me the password tomorrow. I'll log in, I'll figure out these wires, and I should be able to get this CNC back up and running. I had asked my old coworker if he remembered the password. He didn't, but luckily I remembered it after thinking about it for a while. So I was able to log on to Mach 3, and now I can try to get this wiring done. So I had worked out the wiring back at Peter's shop and never actually wired it because, again, we never needed the mill, so I never did it. But now I tried it and it just started jittering, which means the coils were wrong, which means something was wrong with my trace. So I need to trace these wires again. It's kind of weird because the wire colors coming out of the motor go to a trailer hitch, so it's unpluggable. But that means the wires switch color, then they're soldered onto black wires and then go to a colored heat shrink, which again is different colors than even on the hitch. So I traced the wires again. I used a multimeter to do a continuity test, and I realized I actually made a mistake because keeping track of all these wire coloring switches is a little difficult, but I fixed it and I'll rewire it again to see if it works. So I got movement from the x-axis and it's in the right direction, which means I can wire up the y-axis and the x-axis and it will be all done. So I'm going to wire those real quick and we'll see if it moves. That is amazing. Everything's moving fine. There's a little bit of a weird noise and skip in the Y direction. I'm going to have to figure that out. But for now, maybe it's just some grease. It needs greased. It's been a minute. So it's working. I'm going to cut a little test piece by hand and make sure it cuts. But I'm very happy with this thing and it's ready for some more work. I do need to figure out the y-axis though, and I am going to add a auto depth touch off just because I might be running some of these aluminum parts and there's a lot of tool changes for those. This stuff smells really bad, but it did cut. So I am done. I got the CNC router working. Now I can program whatever I want and have it cut it. So that's super awesome. I'm going back to the plasma cutter now and seeing if I can do anything about that. So I did figure out eventually what was wrong with that stepper motor. I ended up taking the stepper motor itself off, and the ball screw spun freely. But the motor itself was binding a little bit. So I ended up taking the motor completely apart, cleaning it out, making sure everything looked good, putting it back together, and I was able to get that binding to go away, and everything started moving freely again. Well, I made some pretty good progress today. I got the mill working. I just need to run a test program now and just double check that everything is good on that. I got the plasma table cleaned up, a little bit more to do on that, but made some progress. I even fixed Morgan's Jeep, and I put some cross beams up on the pallet racking with my buddy. So I think that's pretty good for the day. I did want to get some more stuff done, but I'm not going to complain. This is more than I've gotten done at the shop in a few weeks. So I'm going to run to Peter's shop on the way home and start 3D printing the part that I just designed for my buddy, or copied the design, I guess. I didn't actually design it, just to make sure that it still fits. And yeah, I did a whole bunch today. I even did that little job where I got some cash for designing that part for them.
That is awesome, dude. That's exactly what I wanted.
I'm hoping tomorrow I'll be able to finish cleaning up the plasma table, and I should be able to start running it again, or at least run a part on the CNC. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with either one of those. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Now, Griffin and I, we got to go home. Where's your ball? Oh, you were on that. Where's your ball? Give me that ball. That's my ball. Give me that ball. Where are you going? Come here, give me that ball. Come here. Give me that ball.